Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to another podcast from thishappyhuman.com. You cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It is in your spirit, or it is nowhere. This quote from The Dispossessed by Ursula K. Le Guin has been resonating with me lately, and I feel like others might need to hear this message as well. So here goes my attempt at being revolutionary for a minute. Maybe if we all try to change our behaviour, then there really will be a better world waiting for us when we get there one day. Who knows what could happen? The first step is to decide on your purpose. Do you want to be the revolution because you're an idealist who wants to make a change for the greater good of humanity? Are you driven by guilt, believing that it is your responsibility as a human being to do something about all of the pain and suffering in the world? Or maybe you just want to be a happier, healthier version of yourself. And the best way to do that is by changing your behaviour. Regardless of why you want to be the revolution, this podcast will introduce 5 ways that you can use to begin being more revolutionary in your day-to-day life. 1. Change your language and perspective. If you are always telling yourself that you can't do something, it is time to start thinking about what you can do instead. If your default language is one of negativity and limitation, then you will never achieve anything. The truth is, it depends on how willing you are to change your situation for the better. Try positive self-talk, like I can do this, or yes, I will try that. 2. Forgive yourself and forgive others. If you are constantly beating yourself up about the past mistakes that you have made, it really is time to let them go. Maybe this means writing a letter to yourself, forgiving the wrongs of the past. Sometimes people make mistakes because they didn't know any better. We can always learn from our mistakes and improve on them if we forgive ourselves for what happened. Furthermore, if you've been hurt by someone else, it is time to pick up the pieces and let that person go. If they aren't willing to change, then it doesn't matter how much begging and pleading you do, because your actions will not change their behaviour. You deserve to be happy, and living with remorse and resentment is not a happy life. Letting go is about being free from the past, forgiving yourself and others for things that have come up, and let them finally lay at peace. To grow, it is important to let go of whatever might be holding you back, so that you can become a better, stronger person. 3. Begin the conversation. One of the best ways to become the revolution is by starting a conversation with someone about what you feel passionate about. Whether it is the idea of changing your beliefs because something important has changed in your life, or because you feel like you need to change your perspective on global issues. This is a good way to begin. So often we feel unheard and unspoken for, but if we can share our experiences and help others see things from a different perspective, then we could grow as a society. 4. Be curious. To begin with, you might not notice all of the behaviour that is controlling your life. So firstly, it is important to be curious about your everyday habits or actions. What are they? Why do you feel the need to repeat them over and over again? How does this behaviour affect your life? Does it influence your life positively or negatively? Once you have identified these things, it is much easier to begin changing them. Curiosity about yourself will pave the way for you to become the revolution by being open-minded and eager to grow in any way that you can. 5. Choose kindness. Every day when you are faced with different opportunities, choose kindness. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. You can break out of this relentless cycle of negativity that you are in if you start treating people with kindness and fairness instead of with inequality and cruelty. Just as importantly, be kind to yourself. No one is perfect, and you don't have to know everything right away. Everyone has flaws, and those are the things that make us unique and beautiful. Treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. Be kind to yourself and think positively. As Ursula K. Le Guin said, you cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It all begins with your mind. If you can think positively, then you will be able to grow, no matter what the situation may be. Now, I've talked here about how our thoughts are hugely important, even if they seem small and unnoticeable. Every time you think something negative about yourself or the world around you, then it is just another brick in a wall that will hold you back from achieving your dreams. So, be brave and think about the world differently. You have the power to change it if you choose. And finally, thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe and follow This Happy Human on Twitter. Leave comments. I'd love to know what you think. All the best. Matt the Happy Human.